Hi, this is Michael Bosey with part 2 in this series of exposing my business over the past 9 months, what I've learned and how it can help you. The first thing I'd like to talk about with relation to what I'm doing is about helping authors. One thing that I've found is that in my business is my sweet spot. Like I said in the prior segment, had a long career in publishing. I was at the traditional houses, but also a new publishing house that was trying to sort of rewrite the rules of the industry in a digital-first environment. So I know old versus new, helped a lot of writers become authors, and helped a lot of authors realize an idea from concept to completion. So I know how to do this. And I know that the old rules don't work anymore. You can't just expect for a publisher, for all the good things that they do to bring to the table to help an author. One thing is they're not going to be able to build an audience for you. It's not possible for them. They don't hold a relationship with the end user, your readers. So that's up to you. So this is really good and in sync with my business because what I try to do is make a couple assumptions. One is that you want to build a platform, and you're going to do that through content. Okay, so that's what I train folks to do. And this works out really well for authors for a couple reasons. One is you need a platform, right? You need to be building an audience. And that's particularly true for nonfiction authors who are trying to build credibility or establish thought leadership or use it as a marketing funnel for your own business. Whatever it is that you do, you're going to need an audience. And you're not going to be able to get help from the traditional channels anymore. Publishers are not going to be able to do it. But even publicists have trouble doing this now in the new world. You can't just write a press release, one and done, and expect for that to get noticed now. There's too much noise out there. So an audience is absolutely your most valuable asset, and you're going to have to do that on your own. Now, this is what I train you to do. One, you got to be really patient because this isn't going to be just something that happens quickly and is over. But that's okay. I mean, the idea is I want to train you to do this. Just because it's going to take a long time does not mean that you need to hire me for long term to do that. It means that I can train you for all the little nuances of how you build a content strategy. From your book to blog posts to social posts, all of that stuff can be used together sort of holistically to build your content strategy. But what I always say to folks who are writers is, in this new world, I mean, good news, this fits perfectly for you, right? Because you have a need for an audience. You're the only one who can connect directly with them. So, okay, good. You actually have that need, and that's good for me as well, right? So I can help you. And then two, good news, you're a writer, right? You're going to be connecting over this content that you write. And the thing that I can help you with is, okay, what's the strategy behind that? What kind of content are you going to be producing? And then how are you going to make use of that so it's not just your book? A book is not a good enough platform for an author. You don't have frequent enough contact with your audience with a book, right? How often can you produce a book? Even the fastest authors are not producing books more than once per year or so in the nonfiction realm. It's really hard to do that. So you need to be in contact with your audience more if you want to build your platform with them. So far I've found this part of my business to be really good. I mean, the whole idea here is that I'm producing a lot of content. This is the business plan anyway. Producing a lot of content that can be directly helpful to you, all for free. No transaction at all is required, no sign up or anything. You can just, I'm producing all this general help that I hope that people get something from. And then if you decide that you need specific help, then that's where you'd come to me and you'd hire me as your content strategist, and we'd go over everything that you need to do for your particular content strategy. So I find this part right here, the part with me helping writers, helping authors, helping bloggers, helping folks who need a platform and are going to do that through content creation, that right there is really in the sweet spot of my business. So I'm really happy about that. So the next segment, I'm going to talk about another area, which is publishers. See you then.